got another great CEO from ClimaGuard coming in. There she is. This is the woman CEO extraordinaire. I love it.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Well, we are just on fire. So you're joining. I would say smartest guy in the room. I'm in the wrong room. So absolutely just blown away. And you also came up with a great idea. And so why don't we start there? Give us a little bit of background on, where these ideas come from and how you materialize them.
Well, it came from a personal need. I live in the great city of Houston, Texas, and we are having this ongoing issue of flooding that happens on a seasonal basis every year. Consecutively, we flood at this point. There's no such thing as every 100 years, 500 years. It's an annual problem.
There's no climate change, but it's
it's still a political topic. So while the people we vote in are discussing, we need to come and find some real practical solutions in the meantime. And that's what I did, because I was in a situation where I flooded it and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to move my belongings. It happened at like 11 o'clock at night. And it was one of those okay, hopeless moments. You're like, it's just going to come in and there's nothing I can do except for, go up to the second level. I lived in a condominium at the time. And so it was not until after I flooded did I realize the ongoing financial hardship from flooding. Because flooding is like a one-time event, right? Maybe a week long. But the rebuild process, loss of jobs, loss of income, just having to go through and fight for your, ability to get compensation, all of those hurdles.
Mold.
Yeah, exactly. Mold issues. So you have to go and relocate. How are you going to relocate if you don't have a car and there's no public transportation? These are the things that you think about, especially once you're in it. And so I wanted us to find a way to at least not have us lose it all and build what was the missing element as part of our emergency package. Because you think of water, you think of having a power bank, you think of having flashlights. Those are really good for that final moment. But as far as the rebuild, you tend to throw everything out. And I was seeing trash outside people's houses for months at a time, their couches and everything. And I realized that there has to be a way for us to act right now, just due to the fact that this is an annual problem. And that's why I decided to create ClimaGuard.
That's awesome. The original ClimaGuard, it's a true story. I went to law school in Louisiana, that are known for flooding as well. And I was blessed to, my third year in law school, live with a widow who was so kind, and we had kind of the front part of the house, and she had the big back house and took care of us like a grandmother would. But we were going to have a hurricane, and we were evacuating, and she came to the door and she said, look, I want to make sure you guys are okay. You want to leave. It's better to be safe than sorry. Take what you need, and anything else, she said, duct tape to your mattress because your mattress will float.
I've never heard that. It's so innovative.
Wow. So I'm duct taping everything I can't bring in my car right to my mattress. And, I came back. Luckily, we didn't flood, but I had everything duct taped to my mattress. And
wow.
But when I saw the ClimaGuard originally and wanted to have you on, I'm thinking that sounds a lot better than duct taping the stuff to my mattress and hoping that I find it floating down St. Charles Avenue or somewhere. But
yeah, before we had locators, what's that one? The tile.
Yeah, the tile, right? Yeah. Exactly.
Basically what it is that you want to find a way to safeguard your belongings in that very critical time frame.
That's beautiful.
Here's a question for you. So,
good timing, by the way, right? That's perfect. That's what I want. I got a question for you. See how that worked?
Mm-hmm. What an idiot. You know what Dave did the first time? He duct taped everything under his mattress. And they're like, wait a sec, Dave, it's going to be on top of the mattress.
No, I put all my law books. I duct taped my law books under it. That's an excuse not to do my homework.
What? When you first said, okay, this is it, got to help people, was there any resistance? Because people act so slow, people get paranoid. What happened? You had to come up against obstacles, because here you are making this incredible, move to help people. Did you have any resistance?
I mean, people like to gamble when it comes down to like, am I going to flood? So a lot of times those who are new to Houston or not, they're still coming to terms of accepting like the climate change, the flooding dilemma. They tend to they react the day of, before. They're like, oh, it's really going to hit Galveston Coast. Can we pick up today? I'm like, well, luckily, in Houston, if you're in Florida, not so much. And then those who have been more proactive are those who've been flooded like 4 times, or who have property near the coast and they know like there's no way I can move my golf cart or, my belongings that are further south. And so there's been a mix, but at the same time, I just know that there's people out there that like myself who do not want to go through those same hurdles of like having to, acquire a way to get to work and like rebuild, like relocate, all that, it was just too much. So I figured it may not speak to everyone, but there's to those who see value will want one. So that's why I did it.
And how does it work? How exactly does it work?
Yes. So it's made it's like a capsule or,
He's not laughing at you, trust me.
No, I'm laughing at Dave. He breaks my balls for questions. How does it work?
Yeah.
He's laughing at the 7%er.
We have videos because it does make a difference looking at it in real time versus the description I'm going to give you. But it basically is a soft capsule that can enclose your car or even your home goods, like your whole living room set. I have actually a demo right here because I had news come over. And so you can cover up your living room set or your car with it. And it's a soft polyethylene material, which is a recyclable, plastic, but it's a really high grade. It's like a military level grade. So it has really good weathering properties and it's reusable. And so you simply like lay it flat on the floor. You open it into where it's like completely flat on the floor and you drive your car, put your belongings at the top, the middle, bottom, and then you put the top flap over and you zip it around and there's anchoring straps with it, but it creates that bottom seal so that when water comes around, just like the mattress, your items will start floating as water comes around the item. So the car will start floating after about 1.5 feet of water and it can sit in water for days. And so that was the purpose. So you can like leave your home, evacuate, come back, and your stuff is there. As water comes down, it'll come down softly with it. So
that's amazing. Like seriously.
Oh, thank you.
You gotta get people to get an insurance break for having one, right? Like I would, like a car insurance or flood insurance if you have that, but you should sell it along with flood insurance.
Oh my, yeah. But that breaking into the insurance world is a long game.
Yeah, but whether you think you can or you can't, either way, you're right. Let's do it.
I would love to.
Out ask the university. You can do this.
Yes, I'm going to. I'm
going to introduce you to the insurance lounge guys. They have all the highest level relationships with the insurance carriers. And Michael DeLagrange, who played right tackle at Oregon and protected Joey Harrington, who won the Heisman Trophy. He's a 6'9", kindest human being I've ever met. He will bend over backwards to help us. So that's our mission now.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, David. Thank you.
So good.
I mean, that's another hurdle for me as well. My background's engineering. I've been in the corporate industry for like 9-10 years, right? And I had never, this is my first business venture, and I'm learning as I grow this business, like the power of networking. So I've networked my way into manufacturing, into exporting, and now I'm, trying to make those same partnerships, strategic partnerships. So if you open doors for me, that'd be amazing. I really appreciate it.
That's what I live for. And I want everybody to recognize two things, because we've had two extraordinary women entrepreneurs. And, I'm a chief chancellor of Junior Achievement University, where when I was a kid, there wasn't one girl in my project. And now over 50% of the participants in Junior Achievement, which is a breeding grounds for over 100 million alumni, believe it or not, we now have over 50% women, which excites me so much, having 3 daughters, having, young women like you and Diana just leading the way, and not just, crazy Gary Vee, entrepreneurial women, but like women who are hyper educated with skills and knowledge that can be utilized, in a more technical way, have chosen to follow their passion to help people with their skills and knowledge, and make money, help people, and have fun. So anything I can do. We also want to take you over to the Pinkinator, to Cindy Eckert, who has a great fund to fund women entrepreneurs. Let's get behind this one, because I think there's a huge, especially because there's no climate change, but for some reason it keeps raining. So I think there's a huge market.
Yeah, I mean, we had 23 storms this year. We ran out of names to the point where they started going to Greek alphabet, but yet.
My God, that's so good.
Yeah.
Just in case there is climate change.
just in case.
Let's get ClimaGuard into as many houses as possible. The amount of money, the billions of dollars we would save if you would shove your stuff in your car, wrap your car with ClimaGuard, and come back and have it just float down gently dry. Because the cars are, next to the home replacement, the biggest expense that we have during floods. It's great to have your couch, but you could put your art, your jewelry, all different things, lock it in your car, cover the car, so you now have a floating safe, and millions of dollars can be saved. Extraordinary. I think we have time for one more quick question, Mikey.
If you had a lot of stuff, how many would you buy? A couple of them? Like, would you buy a couple of them? Like, how expensive are they?
So the price range is from $399 to $479.
That's it?
Yeah, I wanted to make it very affordable as much as I could, and we're building in a batch. So imagine, if we get those volumes up, the deal can even be sweeter for everyone else.
That's amazing.
I wanted to make it to where it could be cheaper than deductible, because at the time, the person I was seeing, he lost his car and he didn't have comprehensive insurance, and so he had to sell his car for parts. He, walked away with $250, and so that was a loss in investment. And people depend on their cars. I mean, the Uber Eats and all these new waves of industries, like, they need their car for income, and so I wanted to make it to where they're able to access it. And then I know, like, my neighbor, she was an artist. She made her living off of her canvas work, and she lost all of that during the flood. So there was a lot of reason behind what I'm doing, and that was the reason why I tried my best to make it an affordable price point to where it could still be sustainable for the business to thrive. And so I would say, like I said, for the smallest bag goes up to about 14.5 feet, and the largest one's about almost 17 feet long. So you can put a lot of stuff. And it's portable too. It comes in a duffel bag. It just expands out flat.
Wow, so good.
So you could put a lot of things and pile it all up. And there's these anchor straps that go all around, so that you can tether it somewhere, because it ends up being really buoyant and just floats around. So and then you can reuse it as well. And that was the purpose behind the design.
It's genius. Absolute genius.
And it's a single person setup as well, because I lived alone when that happened. And I was like, I need something where I could set up.
Well, hold on. You're not me and Dave. You say single person setup, we would mess the setup up. we would just go to the mattress. Dude, I'm doing the mattress. I'm just doing the mattress.
It's Diamond and Dave proof.
Videos, please.
It's Diamond and Dave proof. We've got no service. Put everything on the mattress. That's the wrong part of the mattress.
Hey, Mike, let's start selling a certification. You know how they say dummy proof? We're just going to call it Diamond and Dave proof.
If we can do it, you can do it.
Diamond did it. Oh, shit, I can do it.
You can do it too.
That's like a sticker right there. It's like, it's been Mike and David proof.
And both of us like this.
7%.
That's actually how I end a lot of my videos too.
Rahel, thank you so much. Check out, where can people find and buy the ClimaGuard?
So you could find us at ClimaGuard.co, not com. And then also ClimaGuard, like I said, we have YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. So connect to us. It goes directly to our email. We're only a 3-person team. We're small. So please go ahead and reach out to us directly, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Awesome. Well, I am reaching out. We're in a drought here. I still think it's going to rain. So I'm all over it. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me.